Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. YouTubers on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
Welcome to another ZX Spectrum versus Commodore 64 comparison video, as I like to call it, Playground Wars. In this video, we'll be taking a look at this game, released to the arcades in 1988 by Atari, and it is Toobin. See what they did there, because it's, well, the 80s. Toobin is a so-called a popular sport from the 80s, where you would take an inner tube and go tubing. Spelt the correct way, but obviously late 80s, early 90s, everything had tood or tube, and hence it became Toobin. This is a request. I let it slip a while back, but I love a load of the late 80s and early 90s arcade games by Atari. By that I meant stuff like APB, Zybots, and is it Xenophobe? I don't actually like Toobin. I find it incredibly frustrating. Anyway, it's a game where it's you against the computer or you against another player, hence this really complicated screen here, so you can all cram yourself onto a keyboard and joystick, and you race down the rapids, avoiding such things as twigs, alligators, collecting beach balls, rednecks who are trying to shoot you because, yeah, I mean, really. And yeah, it's interesting because it's got tank controls, and I don't know, it's quite a popular arcade game. I just never got on with it, but you ask, and I shall play. It was released on all the usual suspects. It was ported by Tengen or Tengen, but basically it was Domark and Amiga, Atari ST. There is a DOS version, Spectrum, Amstrad, and Commodore. This is the 128K version, hence that lovely music, which will change once we get into the game. Now hang on, this is the most complicated and overly convoluted title screen for selecting controls ever, and this is the because it's Toobin. This is the first time I've played it in absolutely donkey's years. Right, so 0 to start game, 1 select, look at the keys, 1 is on keyboard, ZX forward paddle, backward paddle, Q to fire. Yeah, so you rotate and you got, you know, accelerate, decelerate, or can we, hang on, 1 to select, player 1 inputs, right. Hey! Set the fonts shortly before he went Toobin. Sinclair 3, Kempston. Hopefully this will work. And then 4, show settings. That's pretty cool music, I will say that. I'm pretty sure this has got decent reviews. I don't know, it's been a while. It's got wicked box art, look it up. Don't think there's a home port on a console. By all means, correct me if I'm wrong. If there is, I would actually like to play it. So here we go, 0 to start game, yep, I think, I don't know, hold me, I'm scared. Are the key / joy options set as you require? Yes, why don't you just say press Y? Right, 0, here we go. So it's monochromatic, listen to music, it does get cool. All your details and guff is down the right hand side for both players if you were doing simultaneous 2 players, which we are not. Credits are at the bottom of the screen. It's monochromatic, but it plays to the Spectrum strength as it's nice graphics and it's really detailed. Just in case you forgot that we were Toobin and not tubing, then it's telling you there, fire. Right, so that's me. It is nice sharp graphics. You go through the gates, you avoid stuff that's floating, watch out for the gators. Who sets up this course? I know it's a video game. Who sets up a course saying, come on kids, race against your mates, go for the, you know, the flags or slalom and stuff. That's a twig, not the undead's hand. Oh, by the way, there's man-eating crocs or gators. I forget which one it is. Where are we? Obviously we're in the States. Right, I pressed fire. I shot someone. There's your first problem, who was off screen. Yeah, I'm taking it slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, so I shot someone who's trying to kill me and got stuff. Look, this is the problem. You get fucking snagged on everything. Down the rapids. It is quite nice graphics. I'm not saying it's the best graphics I've ever seen. Can I collect that? Yes. I need those. They're cans. You can get that. Yeah, I'm not saying it's the best graphics I've ever seen on the Spectrum. There we go. Get it! But it's alright. And I didn't get it. But I mean, I know it's the nature of the beast, avoid shit, but you get stuck on everything, and you're supposed to be getting like a wicked cool bitch in time and stuff. But here we go. The problem is, and I'm stuck. I can't control because I'm stuck in the rip or the rapids or something. I don't know. I don't watch Bear Grylls. He stages his shit. Oh, next bit. Bollocks. But yeah, I don't know if it's like this in the... Look, fucking rednecks shooting at me. And I don't mean they're throwing tins at me. They're actually shooting at me. So, I mean, is this like... Oh, fucking hell, I've run out of time. Oh, so everything kills you. So is this some dystopian future, you know? Mad Max, but in tubes. So we didn't have any petrol left, so we had to just fucking find another way. We went down the rapids. But yeah, it's hard, it's hard. Anyway, I'll get to the point I was trying to make. You scroll too close to the bottom of the screen. Press fire there, Dave. So, if there is anything directly in front of you, it finds your face very quickly. And again, it means if you want to not, yoink, die, you have to take the slow and steady wins the race approach, which ultimately costs you points and gets you eaten by that fuck-off big croc. It's not a terrible game. I mean, like I said, I need to play the arcade. Look, we're in hell now. I need to play the arcade, I don't even know what that did, to see, oh, we are in hell, to see if it suffers from the same problem. Or you could just tell me in the comment section and I won't have to. Yoink! See, I cannot think of a sport I would like to try less. Maybe ice skating, because I never wanted to ice skate, because my big phobia is I'd fall over and then someone ice skate over my fingers. Come on, it's a pretty common phobia when it comes to ice skating. Yoink! So all things considered, I guess it's a moderate port, I've never played the arcade, of a very kind of meh game? It's of its time is what I'm trying to say. Put it this way, stuff like APB, a bit of interest, that's kind of a shoot 'em up, the police car one. Bit of effort and shit went into that. This is just basically, go as fast as you can, get your parents 10p's, yoink! Yoink! Ah! That was my Alan Partridge's impression if he was Toobin. Right, so does it just keep going, rinse and repeat? Is there no end? Like, I go for a final flag or something and then it says, congratulations, you've just beat this stuck in the Riptide Rapids. Yeah, you've just beat this level, now it's stage 2. All those deaths that cost me credits, I never noticed that. But yeah, I do like the variation in colour. If I can take... Look, I'm so far away from that, I'm in another state. I do like that music. And I just got shot in the face. Toobin. It's an extreme sport because everything kills you. If you can see it, you can't even see the hunters. They're in camo. Anyway, I completely lost my thread. Yeah, it's of its time. Look, see? I'm stuck. I need to pop my tube. Could be painful. Electric eels? Wow. Well, there you go. Let's have a look at the Commodore 64. I mean, the controls, they're tank like the arcade, I guess. The fact that you stick on everything, I've not played the arcade, so I don't know. But it's just, it is what it is. It's a 10p munch or quarter gobbler where you get stuck on everything, and it's a tad frustrating. And apparently, yoink, there is no end in sight. I think I have to go through the slalom thingies. Look, I've just been horrifically eaten. Yeah, the slalom thingies, the flags to escape the croc. But anyway, look, I got 1T of Toobin bitchin'. Right, let's have a look at the... God, I talk some bollocks, don't I? Let's have a look at the Commodore 64 version. So here we go with Toobin on the Commodore 64, and first things first, you can see that the layout for both players are now at the bottom of the screen instead of down the side of the screen, and the actual window you see for playing the game is absolutely tiny. Absolutely tiny. So points off there, I think it looks better on the Spectrum. The other thing I'm going to say is normally right off the bat I comment or compliment the Commodore 64 on how good its music is, the SID chip, compared to the Spectrum's AY chip. In this case, no. Listen. The basic beat's alright, but then when it goes for the notes, it's like someone's detuned a guitar. Wait for it. That is horrible. I cannot believe I'm saying that, I always accept that the Commodore kicks the Spectrum's ass in the sound department, but that is absolute rubbish. Right, anyway, let's get into the game. Apart from the fact that it's the world's smallest screen ever, obviously we do... Listen to it. It hurts my soul. Right, fire. There we go. Right, so we got colour. We got less sharp sprites as you would expect. It controls a lot better, I will say that. Cans. So the graphics aren't as sharp, you know. Is that a boost? I don't even know what that is. The graphics aren't as sharp, but it's certainly more fluid. I was just about to say it's more forgiving, but no, I just got stuck on that. Go for that. Oh, no sound effects. Music is horrible. Right, I know it's obviously part and parcel of the game design that you get stuck on stuff if you don't avoid it, but there's getting stuck on stuff, and then there's getting stuck on something, and there's a clear 4.5 foot gap between you and the shit. Right, credits are at the bottom. I don't even know if I'm doing well or not doing well. It's a little more forgiving in the controls. I mean, you still get stuck on shit, but your actual main sort of navigation of the character, stuck in a riptide, oh, rapid, oh, white, or I don't know. I don't go Toobin. I'm smart like that, because it's shit and clearly very dangerous. Your actual sort of movement around, oh, beach ball. They haven't hit it up a fucking cave either. Yeah, your sort of free movement around with the tank controls is a lot more forgiving than the Spectrum. And also, this is the GTI tube. Can't say Toobin anymore. It's irritating. Right, so, I mean, it's still got the same sort of problem where the bottom of the screen scrolls too close to you, but at the same time, because you've got a GTI in ABS, it's a lot easier to get your shit out of trouble. Plus, look at me slaloming. Slaloming like a pro. I don't know. How many credits I got left? Someone did a log in the water. Let's see what I did there. Oh, these aren't crocs. I thought it was a croc on the Spectrum version. It's not. It's a log. Gross. Look, rednecks. Again, this is, well, it's like the Running Man, but in teenage water sport form. I don't even know what that is, or whether I should collect it. You bounce off rocks, stuck in the rapids again, and you're fine. This is far more forgiving than the Spectrum. Colour aside, I'm going to say the Spectrum looks better. Sorry, you know, that's the purpose of these videos, but the Spectrum does. I'm out of tins, so we better collect some tins. I don't know what that is. Oh, hey, what, you got a lock on? Yeah, it's easier. It's far easier than the Spectrum. It still suffers from the same faults and frustrations, just not as badly. Oh Christ, the crocodiles on acid, speed, amphetamines, something. Again, does that mean I'm not gone for enough flags? I might have to do a gameplay of this. I'm sure it's on one of my Midway collections or something. I might have to do a gameplay of this so we can see just how faithful these versions are to the arcade, or the arcade is just as frustrating as this. That gives you a boost. The colour does make it a bit easier to see where you're going or what you should be doing. Or can I go for it from behind? No, I can't, because it's not prison. Let's see what I did there. Yoink! His arms. Dude needs a new hobby. Dude, it's 1989. Just play NES or something. In fact, Mega Drive's out now, the Genesis is out now, isn't it? Because I'm assuming we're in America in this. Got my tins back. I'm polluting the lake. Captain Planet will have a fit. Greta Thunberg, or whatever her name is, hasn't been born yet, so it's Captain Planet. Credits. Game over. Well, I didn't get as far as I did on the Spectrum. We'll have a little bit more of a go when I round up, but I will tell you this. The sound is horrible. I prefer the graphics, monochromatic or not, on the Spectrum, but the controls on the Commodore are just so much better. They're just super smooth. GTI, ABS, get you out of jail free. You still get stuck on shit, like there, but it doesn't seem to be as bad as the Spectrum. Every time I say that, it's as bad as the Spectrum. But ultimately, it's like a Alien versus Predator, isn't it? Whoever wins, we both lose, because it's not a good game, is it? I mean, if you love this game, good for you! But yeah, it's not a good game. And then you just get stuck. But yeah, so both games, I haven't got any cans to pollute the water with. Oh, I've got them back now, yeah. Both ports counterparts, I should say, suffer from pretty much the same problems. Spectrum looks better, sounds better, Commodore plays a lot better, but ultimately one's just a more severe rash than the other one when it comes to how much it pisses you off or irritates you. See what I mean? I keep getting stuck in nothing. Alright, oh, fuck it, let's just leg it. 2-bit, paddle it, something. Let's hope they haven't got any wee-wee-see points for that. So yeah, as always, I'd love to know what you think what I'm going to call the Spectrum graphics, Commodore, gameplay, Spectrum music, overall, they're both shit. Anyway, I mean, if you've got any suggestions of these Atari games, then let me know. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later, Shizen.